Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Nnamdi Kanu's freedom will end insecurity in Southeast. Ejimako. Nnamdi Kanu's freedom will end insecurity in Southeast. Ejimako. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. Aloy Ejimako. Lead counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB on Saturday, said the release of the pro-Biafra agitator would end insecurity in the southeast. Ejimako said those preventing Kanu's freedom are profiting from the insecurity in the southeast. Posting on X, the lead counsel said Kanu is etched in the heart and minds of legions. According to Ejimako, it may be hard to understand the mind of man, but one thing that is certain is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is etched in the heart and minds of legions. You can bet that insecurity will come to a halt once MNK is freed. Anyone blocking his release is profiting from the insecurity in Southeast. Kanu has been detained since June 2021 when he was re-arrested and subjected to extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. While incarcerated, the insecurity in the southeast has risen to the highest point, with killings and kidnappings being the order of the day. Aloy Ejimako. Lead counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB on Saturday, said the release of the pro-Biafra agitator would end insecurity in the southeast. Ejimako said those preventing Kanu's freedom are profiting from the insecurity in the southeast. Posting on X, the lead counsel said Kanu is etched in the heart and minds of legions. Kanu to Ejimako. It may be hard to understand the mind of man, but one thing that is certain is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is etched in the heart and minds of legions. You can bet that insecurity will come to a halt once Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is freed. Anyone blocking his release is profiting from the insecurity in Southeast. Kanu has been detained since June 2021 when he was re-arrested and subjected to extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. While incarcerated, the insecurity in the southeast has risen to the highest point, with killings and kidnappings being the order of the day. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news, and now before I go, to my dearest listeners, now I've come to the end of the news, and I'm in contribution to the news I've read so far. I believe there is no problem without solution, and there is no how big the problems might be. There is a way we can come to reach out to a solution, not the other way around. But the way our government of today are taking the whole thing, I think that's one of the reasons why we are having issues in this country. A situation whereby you can't you can't sit on a round table with people. That would give you people problem. Look at the way people are talking. They believed there would not be a problem if Nnamdi Kanu is being released. And what if Nnamdi Kanu is released? Don't you think, obviously, there will never be a problem? But because our federal government stole our wise to an extent that they knew that if Nnamdi Kanu is being released, things might go other way around because this man is fighting for Biafran freedom. And he stood on his stance that nothing is changing his plan. And now they want to release him conditionally, which can never be possible. Where is that done? Because these people, one thing I liked about them is that they are in accordance. Actually, there's no how you have Judas amidst you, but not like the other tribes. I'm not trying to incite any word of it or try to rate any tribe down here, but with the way Igbos are, even if they do something bad, they always stood by them. So I'm not saying what they are doing is good if they did anything bad actually, but with the way, well, with the rates and which they stand by themselves, like you can always see the joy. They do not leave themselves for ons, and it's always there, like they care less about what you